Hello and welcome to episode 56 of the Extreme Hardware Podcast. We've got the normal crew today, starting with Alex.
Hello.
We've got Axifer.
Hi, I can't hear you on your own Twitch stream. We can hear everyone else.
That's amazing.
Man, that's
You know what? It's not important. I'll fix it while we're live. We've also got Chris.
You got everybody.
yeah. I would like to take this opportunity to criticize Simmons real quick, because Simmons is using the Extreme Hardware Podcast to enrich his own personal Twitch
Hey,
career.
I asked earlier if we had an Extreme Hardware official Twitch yet.
No, you didn't.
Okay, first of all,
I'm pretty
don't
sure I
believe
did.
you. Second of all, that you're still. I'm not sure I like this.
That's fine. I mean, if we want to set up an official Twitch stream for it, then we can use that.
I think we should form a union and
Okay.
do this work that wasn't in our contract.
Are you going to do another funny Third Amendment joke?
What's the third one?
The third one is the one that says Simmons is not allowed to crash on my couch.
Yes. Okay. Also, we've got our lovely editor Navjack,
Yeah. Hi.
and well, it's me. Moving on.
Wait, Simmons, your
what?
Metal Gear Solid man on your stream and on your TeamSpeak aren't synced up. This is annoying. Fix it.
I'm not going to be able to do anything about that, buddy. Okay. So first thing, actually, Andrew, I think you wanted to introduce this one. The
Why?
very first topic, because it was related to Alex.
Oh, yeah. Alex broke another thing. What did you break?
So, okay. Long story short. Actually, no, I'm going to tell the long story. So, I got back after not touching my computer again for a week. You remember last time that happened, I lost 2 USB ports. Well, this time, I get back. I turned off my computer, turned off everything that I have, amplifier, computer, lights, etc. Come back, power it all back on, go to my computer, and I look, and the taskbar, little sound icons are red X. Oh God, not again. So basically, I was like, oh my God, did the USB ports die? I tried all the different USB ports. It still had a red X. And then I tried plugging in a flash drive into the USB ports. Yeah, they're working fine. Okay, so it's the DAC or the amp. The long and the short of it is, there's a known flaw with the DAC inside my shit Jotunheim amp, and they would just die after a few years. And there's a lot of people reporting this. The fix was to blast a hairdryer on it. So I did that, and it worked for an hour. So not an hour, let's say every 6 hours, I had to blast a hairdryer at my DAC amp to get the DAC to work.
So wait,
Very annoying.
is the idea to reflow it, or is it just an actual
Yeah, I was
moisture
gonna say,
issue?
are we going to have Louis Rossman on our ass now?
I don't think it's it's not a moisture thing. But
Okay.
I don't want to say it's reflowing the solder, but it's the only thing it could really be.
Well,
Yeah.
was it just
No,
a
it's
hairdryer
too
for that
cold.
short of a time? Probably
That's the thing.
not.
It should be too cold.
Mm-hmm.
Because it got to about, 50, 60 degrees Celsius.
Unless there's something really stupid like it's just
Bad
making
solder or
thermal
something.
expansion happen and a circuit board is flexing or something stupid.
Yeah,
Or
or
like
broken
there's-
temperature detection.
Bad resistance
There's
or
no
something
temperature detection.
in wires or I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Wouldn't be
something
solder.
weird.
You did end up purchasing a new DAC, right?
I did, yeah. I bought a Topping DX7 Pro, which I've had my eyes on for a while. The day that it died, someone actually listed it for secondhand, which was great,
Perfect.
and picked it up the next day.
I think it's fun that you keep buying things that aren't S2000s.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I saw one out my window today, and I was like,
I mean, an S2000 technically comes with a DAC. So you could have just bought that instead.
yeah. Just buy the S2000 and rip out the head unit whenever you want to use audio.
Weight
on your
savings.
computer.
Upgrade
Yeah,
your
which is-
alternator and attach your computer to it.
No, you could just buy a Valve Index and then drive the S2000 in a Assetto Corsa.
yes. Anyway, what else was I going to say? Oh, it was a very long and short thing of the topping. It's really nice. What I find very interesting is the shit is, it's not manufactured, but it's assembled and designed and everything in California, and they make a big stink about being proudly American and stuff like that. They kind of have a cult following. Their support is good if you're in warranty. Of course, mine wasn't in warranty.
That's also something you'd expect from an American company.
Yeah, honestly.
Ow,
Yeah.
shit.
The replacement I got is very interesting. I find it very interesting, Topping, the company. It's a proudly Chinese Shenzhen-based company.
Tell me more about Topping, Alex.
But like, they don't hide the fact that it's their main storefront is Alibaba, or
Oh.
they're not trying to appear as an American company, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And it's actually a really good product.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a
would
bad
not
thing.
be-
It's like, look at
Why-
Anchor and Aki.
No,
They
exactly.
use Amazon
Anchor's
as their
really-
main storefront. They don't have their own storefront really, but they're still amazing products.
And hell,
And they're
that,
definitely
they-
Chinese.
I was
There's
going to
a
say,
whole bunch of like Chinglish on the Topping website.
yeah.
It's just like they've got placeholder stuff. It's like what you'd expect from a Chinese knockoff that someone's drop shipping on Amazon. Like,
Except it's actually
except it's
good.
really good. The
Yeah.
placement of the product, like the parts and the board, the choice of the components is really good.
Mhm.
And it's not like, oh, this DAC is, fights with the best DACs on the market. No, this is like literally the best DAC on the market, and I paid 500 Canadian rupees for it. It retails for about 700 Canadian rupees.
Yeah, that's actually not bad.
But it's like only beaten by one other DAC, and it's just a DAC amp, and that DAC's like $3,000. And I'm not talking about professional studio grade stuff. I'm talking about, home audio at least. You're not spending
Right.
25K on a DAC.
yeah. Yeah, it's like
It's
enthusiast,
crazy.
right?
And like the only negative is that it's got a relatively high output impedance of 6 ohms. So driving very sensitive IEMs is not good, or rather it influences the sound.
Mhm.
Doesn't impact me. I hate IEMs. Thing like rubber squishy bits going in my ears. Fuck that. I don't like that.
But my only use case for IEMs at this point is running, just because, quite frankly, I don't like running.
No,
with
I
headphones.
hate IEMs with running. I don't want to get too crazy off topic, but the whole thing is an off topic thing anyway. But IEMs inside my ears, obviously, when I'm running, maybe last 10 steps, then they fall
Yeah.
out.
Well, and
Also, because you can hear your own like body moving, and then there's the wire hitting your fucking chest,
Oh,
and you
yeah.
can hear that
So-
super loud.
So on my IEMs, I have the memory foam earbuds. So
No, but okay, sure, but then
so
the memory foam gets dirty.
it gets
Yeah.
dirty. It gets
We're
old. You do
reversing
have to replace it after a couple months. Whatever. I don't care.
Months is really short, and I don't care about like, oh, I'm gonna have audiophile quality on the
No.
go. I know a lot of IEMs aren't about that anyway,
No, like,
but I
like,
can't
like,
argue
literally,
against my AirPods.
If
Okay, why are they called IEMs? Doesn't
In-ear
that
monitors.
In-ear monitor.
Oh, monitor. Okay, I was gonna say like your in-ear microphone.
yes,
Yeah, boy.
I mean, technically, yes, if you connect it that way.
Shut up, Axie. I know how speakers work. That's not the point.
That's just a 3DO.
and
Okay, well, so counterpoint, Alex. I like IEMs for motorcycle. Because either I'm gonna have earphone
okay.
or earplugs in anyway. I may as well have something I can
No.
also use for Bluetooth communication.
Actually, that's a valid thing because
You're
your
valid.
helmet would isolate the cable mostly.
Mhm.
Personally, I still wouldn't use it because I think my left ear canal is like slightly smaller than my right, and then the buds are never the right size. They
Yep.
never seal.
I
They
definitely have
always
that issue
fall
as well.
out. And they're like, no, I've never had a problem sealing IEMs into my ear. I'm not like that, unfortunately. I bought some audiophile entry grade earbuds that came with all the different tips. Came with like 28 different tips. Tried every single one, didn't fit.
Mhm.
So I was just like, fuck this shit. My AirPods.
Have you tried the ones that have like the 3-tier?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, 3-tier memory foam, silicon, rubber.
Yeah,
I can't remember all of them. It's been a
honestly,
while.
with my cheaper
These are all
or
slang terms
just-
for condoms.
Yeah, for my cheaper IEMs, I would literally use like a smaller one for my left ear, like a smaller earbud for my left ear, and a bigger one for my right ear. Like that was always
really
an issue for
weird.
me.
Simmons, what is wrong with your face and your head and your you
But like,
being normal?
The AirPods, while they're overpriced, while they don't sound the best, they have a relatively flat response curve. You know, nothing's overpowered, highs, mids, or lows. It's all kind of okay. And they actually are the one few headphone that doesn't fall out of my ears. And I understand that's exactly the same argument as, you know, people who go, IEMs never fall out my ears.
Yeah.
But just for me, it's the other way around. Like, I have to stand on one leg and shake, you know, like stomp on one leg for my AirPod to fall out.
Yeah, that's fair.
But, yeah, I'm just
Jack,
worried.
I think that's a cute anime girl. She has a nice day.
Samsungs they're big weebs.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so my $1,000 DAC amp died. Keep in mind the amp bit is still okay, so I'm just going to sell it. If any of you want a Jotunheim with a DAC, you can probably fix it. I'm just too lazy to.
See, I would totally buy your half-broken product, but I already have an Asgard 2 that works just fine.
I mean, I might just because I'm 4 hours north of you.
If you want it, Axie, I'll sell it to you for cheap.
Yeah, okay, we'll chat after. I might be able to prepare it. I've got all the tools at home.
I can tell you how
and
to
everything,
repair it as well. It's a C Media USB chip that's either faulty or disconnecting. People fixed it long term by replacing it. It is a 1,000-pin chip, though. Sorry, 100-pin chip.
Wow.
Oh,
Big difference.
Wow, you got an entire damn CPU in there.
Yeah.
It's one of those like
the LGA 1000.
it's one of those SMD chips where all the pins are around the edge of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can actually solder those by hand if you're really good, but I'm not good enough for it. Axie might be.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
like,
you just reflow that.
yeah, I was going to say the cheap, easy way to do it is if you have one of those like soldering, like those basically the soldering air guns. I can't remember the technical
hot
term.
air gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you've got one of those, and then you've got like some liquid solder, you'll be just fine.
Yeah.
Which
No, I mean,
I hate the term liquid solder because it's literally just solder suspended in flux.
Actually, if you can even like what I would actually, so the reason I wouldn't go with shit stuff
It's because of
basically
shit.
not. Well, no, shit in up to 2017, let's say maybe 2018, was actually pretty competitive in the market.
Absolutely.
Especially
Yeah, my
like
shit
their-
Modi 2 Uber is still chugging along that I've had since brand new. It was an open box
Yeah.
unit.
The
And
problem
it
has
drives
come-
my Yamaha receiver and it's perfectly fine.
Yep.
Yes, the problem has come 2019 onwards. Shit hasn't moved that much.
Mhm.
Their low end stuff has actually gotten better simply because of trickle down, but their medium to high end stuff,
It's exactly the same.
it's the same. Yeah, which is just worse, really. Like, I'm surprised how quickly audio gear has moved in the past 2 years.
Mhm.
It's really monoprice topping and a THT. What's that stupid? I think it's TMC or something. THD. I can't remember. Some company, basically. 3 of them have been releasing amazing DAC amps, like either combined or by themselves, for good amount of or a low amount of money. So like the $100 market, shit's good at. Anything above, no. So actually, if you can avoid using a shit DAC with that, personally, I'd buy like a topping.
At least a new one,
D30. Yeah, because the new ones are the exact same chip, the AKM 440 or 4490. And they just, aren't as good as the stuff the competition's having. But the amp bit of it, the Jotunheim, is very good still.
I was wanting to just get it because I can hook up. I've got an old oscilloscope and I've got a RCA to scope adapter cable.
Oh, and it's also
And
got
just
the
Compare your shit to my shit and my 2 Scarletts because they have the built-in DACs as well for your monitor output for headphones.
No, like the Jotunheim's rear. The Jotunheim's rear is really nice. It's got a whole bunch of outputs. I bought the balanced model as well.
Oh,
It can be
nice.
balanced out and balanced in. Yeah, no, it's good. The DAC is just not good. As simple as that, really. It's like a $700 US dollar, so say like a 850 Canadian dollar amp with a $150 DAC.
Now, I am really intrigued that with the newest revision of the Asgard, they've just turned into a dedicated DAC amp.
Yeah, that's honestly the most popular. DAC amps are becoming most popular.
I mean, honestly, if the separate parts are serviceable and they're good quality, then I don't have any issues with DAC amps.
As
I just
long as
prefer
it's
it from a packaging standpoint.
Mhm.
Oh, and also the Jotunheim has the shit's expensive bent aluminium top, which is nice.
Yeah, I
which
do
they
like
do
that.
on all their products. It's like the Magni, you don't realize it because I thought when I bought my Magni that it was going to have the same cover. It doesn't. It's just like painted steel. It was
Yeah.
kinda like,
Well, because the original ones they were the bent brushed aluminum.
no,
but,
they weren't. I had
Oh,
Magni V1.
Wait. No, because I know my Modi that I have now is definitely painted. But,
No, I promise you, they were never bent aluminium.
Oh wait,
Here's
no,
actually a
I never
comparison
had
of
it.
my
No, my brother
Jotunheim.
has it, and you're right. It's the same. It looks the same.
Yeah, but from pictures online, like the ones I just posted in Voice Lobby, you could be mistaken into thinking that the Magni has the same brushed aluminium.
Hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, so I also am getting further away from my S2000 fund because I also bought an Index.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah. When are you replacing the Oculus?
So what? Wait, what happened to the Oculus?
I still got it. I don't want to have to use a Facebook account for it, which is going to be 2022.
fair. I mean, hey, at least you're getting a decent headset.
But I
Yeah,
thought it
it
was end of this year, like October.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wasn't
I think it's-
Index 2 coming out shortly?
So no. So the rumors on that is
Yeah.
the
There's a
rumors
tweet
on that.
right here.
Huh?
Yeah, voice lobby.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Alex,
that's
did you
like
really
an
fuck up?
hour ago.
Wait, okay, this is like off the podcast. Should I just cancel my Index?
Okay, you didn't react like I thought you would. That's disappointing.
What did you think? Okay, so you made that up, right?
Yeah, I thought you'd be really angry about it.
No.
I can hear the panic.
when I said the when of Index 2 is going to come out, it's going to be when I buy one. Who was it? Chris buys one or something, or I don't know, in 5 years' time. I was being serious. I was 100% expecting that to happen.
No, I actually looked it up before convincing you to just buy one because I wanted you to buy one yesterday. And yeah, rumors
that
say
would have been a
absolute
very
earliest is end of 2022.
That would have been a very expensive joke.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's why I made sure that
I
there
was
wasn't one
panic
coming soon.
searching Index 2.
No. Honestly, I think we got a better response. He's like, wait, do I need to cancel this?
Yeah,
I don't want to say yes.
The awkward silence was, I think, the best part because they're
I was
always
just
like,
going to go and cancel it.
oh no, because if you would have canceled it, I would have actually felt bad. Oh
Oh
man,
my goodness. Okay, so there's no Index 2. That's good.
not yet, not yet.
Yeah, end of 2022 at the absolute earliest, and that's not even like confirmed. That's just rumors.
No, but your timing was pretty good with that joke because some patents were found for the Oculus. I mean, for the Index, like new patents for it. I thought you were going to talk about that for news.
Oh, I actually didn't even know that. Is it to do with it being wireless?
It is to do with it being wireless. That's what I was going to bring up. I was like,
Ooh.
no, I think if they're releasing another one, it's not going to be a better than Index. I think it's going to be a Quest 2 competitor. Yeah, I'll send the link.
Ew, they probably are going to do that with like Steam Link or some nonsense. Ew, I don't know.
I'm
Well-
fine. No, I'm fine with an Oculus Quest 2 price competitor because anything to get Facebook's something like 70% market share at the moment with VR devices off, I would welcome. Because also, Chris, like, yeah, but it's not the product's not for you type thing.
Well, I guess so. The Oculus Quest being wireless is actually pretty cool, but it's the fact that it's like a standalone, effectively smartphone that you strap to your face, as opposed to if like Valve does this properly, then you've got some like add-in card or some device that is streaming very high bandwidth like video to your head.
Mhm.
So you get all the benefits of a computer, except you don't have to worry about cables and tripping on stuff and like any of the other issues that come with current wired headsets.
And I know like one of the big complaints that a lot of people have with the headsets is like for extended use, the fact that for some people who already have crap posture, it is very front heavy.
Yeah, just counterbalance it with a battery on the back.
Yeah, honestly.
I haven't actually felt that issue before.
I don't have that issue only because I whenever I'm playing / streaming Beat Saber, it's only for like a maximum of 2 hours. And I'm more so dealing with the fatigue of my forearms than anything else.
Yeah, you just got to get all that beating.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you got to get those masturbation injuries somehow.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah, you clearly don't come to my streams often. That's the
Random tangent
Hurts himself masturbating a lot.
wireless tech. I'm assuming that they're going to come up with some sort of low latency wireless like Microsoft has for their Xbox controller dongle.
I wonder if they would just like license, what is it, like Intel WiDi? It's supposed to be like 60 gigahertz display tech.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I don't know. That would be tough because the issue with that is think of most VR rigs are going to be in a cabinet. They don't want to have the chance someone has it behind 3/4 inches of MDF.
Okay,
And
well,
signal
make them put an antenna on their desk.
Yeah, you got to like big, massive like USB extension cord with like a little dongle that sticks out, but it pulls like however many watts of power. So it needs to be a USB 3 port. It can't be a USB 2 port.
yeah, I mean, if they
USB-C. It would have to be USB-C just for the bandwidth. Also, like DisplayPort and
USB
whatnot.
3.1 Gen 2.
I guess like USB-C USB like 2x20 or even USB 4. Although USB 4 is going to be too new to reasonably use it. But like that to a radio that just blasts wireless video, like basically in line of sight, because I don't think 60 gigahertz is.
I don't know. You'd have to kind of think of the privacy concerns with that, though. You'd have to have the full handshake and everything else involved with that too, right?
I mean,
on the other hand, if it's just for your display, then is that really?
You could be displaying stuff that's private.
I was
you
gonna
might
say,
not want people seeing to look at VTubers in YouTube while the family's sleeping.
Ooh, nice.
I was going to say the big thing with like the
I already
Vive
use
Pro
my
with the,
phone for those kinds of items.
the biggest issue with the Vive Pro with the wireless add-in thing is, yeah, I think it's using the 60 gigahertz band, and it is not, unless you are like literally like 5 feet away from the dongle in perfect line of sight from it, it can be a spotty connection.
Yeah, that's the problem. I think. So, Axie, you're going to know more about this than the rest of us. Are we at the limits of like radio bandwidth that can like bounce or go around corners or through walls or whatever? Like from
not
this
necessarily. So what I know, I've seen a couple studies because we're looking at it right now for the mining industry. Because think of massive underground mines. You've got a bunch of winding drifts where you don't have line of sight. You've got rock walls that are not good at bouncing off sound waves. They absorb it, if anything, but they're shiny. They're really good at bouncing light. So we're actually looking at using things like infrared LEDs for that. Remember back probably about 4 or 5 years ago, there was that demo of LEDs fixtures being used to deliver internet.
Yeah, I remember
to a
that.
room.
I don't
Think
remember
of that
but
at a higher scale.
I have
So
seen
super
like
high frequency LED switching,
Mhm.
and then your optical receivers on either end, which is perfect for where you're sending a lot of data in one direction. Which for VR, that's kind of exactly what you're doing. You have a very small amount of data going back the other direction. That could be sent over, let's say, 5 gigahertz to Wi-Fi or something else, or a dedicated dongle. But for your actual video stream and everything else, you could send that over some dedicated, but it would be proprietary and blah, blah, blah. And you've got competing standards. And
yeah.
Well, I mean, honestly, in that kind of circumstance, I don't think wow, I can't speak. Proprietary is necessarily a bad thing.
no, as long as they keep the same thing between, let's say you upgrade between index 1, 2, and 3, that they're going to keep the same style of base station, same style of everything else, and staying.
Yeah, I don't think that's likely, just because like when we went from like base station 1.0 versus base station 2.0, and basically invalidated an entire generation of controllers.
Yeah, I don't think VR is like established enough to have industry or even like brand standards.
Right. I mean,
Nothing
basically,
is that's the problem.
but I mean, but that's the other issue is like it's such a niche market that you're not going to get standardization until it really takes off and it's accessible. Right?
I know the Vive is it the Vive?
Hmm.
Yeah, the Vive controllers do work with the new Index base stations. So
Right. Well,
I
no,
feel
because the Index base stations are reverse compatible with 1.0 as well. If it's current compatible with
I'm
2.0.
not getting Simmons points. I
Nice.
got to get more Simmons points so I can make him drink water.
Aha.
Y'all watch this commercial.
Also, part of why I went with the Index over something like the HP, yes, or the HP G2, which is a higher resolution, is the controllers and the base stations. Like they are of the tiny industry, the industry best for VR. Like they're the benchmark.
Now, which company do you think is going to be the one that like establishes a standard? Because I'm betting that it's going to be Microsoft, just because they're going so big on like HoloLens.
Microsoft is okay. So the HP G2 was co-developed with Microsoft, Valve, and HP. So Microsoft is not betting on Microsoft making a VR. It seems they're doing the, I guess, Valve thing when Valve helped with the HTC and now the G2. They're kind of helping companies. Like the G2 uses Windows Mixed Reality, by the way, Chris, which is horrible.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really bad. No, like the interface for it and like the way it works, like compared to Steam VR or even Oculus's Home, is really bad and buggy. It's crap.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. I was going to say I wouldn't be surprised if it's Apple, but I don't think the market would actually follow what Apple does.
Apple has done absolutely nothing in like this market at all. So
they keep teasing that they want to, though. At least,
yeah, but they keep teasing that they want to make cars too, and look how that's going. Not to be
I
confused.
don't think they
They
have.
are
I
going
think
to make
it's
a car, actually.
mostly people.
They're
just
not going to make
starting
a
rumors.
car. They're going to badge engineer a Tesla or some shit like that.
Hyundai.
Oh,
Rivian.
okay. That's like
No,
a Honda.
it's a
but
Kia
Rivian.
/ Hyundai. I.e., they actually are. They've spent a whole bunch of money on that.
I think the
That doesn't mean it's
wireless
gonna go.
headset
No,
is
they
really
won't
appealing to me.
waste billions.
Oh,
Chris.
absolutely. Yeah, no,
Dude,
I'm with you.
No,
actually.
Alex, I think you misunderstand what wasting billions means here. Because tech companies will dump billions of R&D bucks into lots of projects that don't go anywhere. Because, I mean, you got internal politics. That's always a big one. But just if it's not going to be profitable, it's not going to be profitable. Cut your losses there. Keep the IP licenses out to people later.
I guess.
I think from
kinda
VR,
distracting from VR, yeah.
what I can't wait is when we finally move on from the stupid 5.1 and 7.1 surround sound systems and now Atmos to just a 360-degree standard for here's 8 speakers that are all the same that plays nice with VR. So whatever direction you're looking in with your headset, the right speakers are going to actually give you the output as if you're looking from those directions.
Hmm.
And amplify
already
bass.
does
Like if you're looking to the left, it's going to amplify that sound from that direction because I mean that's what you're looking at. It makes sense that that's going to be what you hear the loudest because that's how human ears work.
Mhm.
You hear the loudest in front of you. That's I think going to be a huge increase in immersiveness for VR.
Well, the built-in headphones do a pretty good job at that already.
Hey,
Yeah,
Simmons,
but I mean,
you
headphones are sweaty, and that's a huge sticking point for a lot of people. Is the sweatiness.
No.
The less things you have.
No, they don't touch
No,
it. Yeah.
the built-in ones, they don't actually like go on your ears.
Simmons,
Oh,
are you
still
thirsty?
speakers though. Yeah,
They
they still prevent good airflow.
Simmons, are you thirsty?
No,
Just shut up.
they're like 2 inches away from your ears. It's fine.
Simmons, are you thirsty?
My God, shut up, Chris.
The ones on the the speakers built into the Index are pretty good as well.
Oh yeah, they.
I might have to try another one again. It's been a while.
No,
It's a couple
specifically
years
the
I've tried
Index
one.
is good, not the Oculus's one sucks.
Well, when COVID decides to finally close itself down, I'll take a ride down and come visit Teddy and play with the Index.
I want to visit the Teddy.
Yeah, let's all visit the Teddy.
Let's all pet Teddy at the same time.
Everybody needs to pet Teddy at the same time.
Let's get a group Airbnb and just invite Teddy for a barbecue.
We're gonna like pet
Alex
Teddy.
can come
we're
too.
Gonna have like we're gonna triple pet Teddy. We're gonna triple penetrate him.
Yeah.
No, you went too far.
Penetrate. Penetrate. Yeah.
Drink from the cum chalice.
No, that's not sweetened condensed milk.
Nice.
I think the other funny thing was we talk about wireless and bandwidth and whatever limits and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I had an interesting conversation. I was at Home Depot, I think on Thursday. So I had to go pick up, what was it? I think some electrical cable. I was doing some electrical projects. And I was walking by the wireless light aisle. And they're trying to push Home Depot's newest brand of Wi-Fi lights to replace what Winx was, because the whole Winx issue that they died. So now it's a new one that's supposed to be no hub. So I was like, oh, so it's no hub. Kind of overheard. I was like, so that means it's all using Wi-Fi. He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, so what about when you have
The whole point of why they had hubs was to not use Wi-Fi.
Yeah, and I was like, so now you've got 10 plus lights that are all sharing the same 2 gigahertz bandwidth on your shitty ISP router. Like, have you had any reported issues? Oh no, we normally recommend that our customers upgrade their routers too when they're buying a lot of smart home devices.
Oh my god!
I'm like, this is exactly what we're avoiding.
Hey,
most new routers
wouldn't really work.
don't
It's
even have 2 gigahertz turned on.
No,
You have to do that yourself.
Actually, do you remember? I'm not. God, that's such a good picture. Thank you, Andrew. I'm not sure if you were actually here for this. Simmons, do you remember when I was talking about when I found like those little PCIe switches for like miners, where it's like it's a PCI Express by 1 card. There's a 4-port switch that breaks out into 4 USB 3 ports, which you can then stick a riser card on the end of. I think the biggest one that I found had 7 of those, but either way, just get a computer, fill it with those things, and then on the other end, just have Wi-Fi cards and just have them streaming data back and forth between each other. Just like set it up in an apartment or something.
So basically, you're just talking about making a jammer.
It's not technically a jammer because it's not
just a noise generator for Wi-Fi.
Yeah, exactly. It's just being very rude, but it's not jamming things as like Chris, the only thing it does.
Chris, you need to have 11 different cards all on its own channel.
Oh my god!
1, 2, 3.
Well, that's the worst. Like I've had a few friends that they had Wi-Fi issues and they asked me for a Wi-Fi router upgrade. I was like, oh, like what changed recently? And I found that literally they installed like 7 or 8 smart plugs in their home.
It's not just like it's not just that. Like imagine then they live in an apartment as well. And
complex or something.
No, because there's 2 ISPs in this godforsaken, horrible internet fuckhole of a country. There's Rogers and there's Bell. Fuck these 2 companies. Like you have no idea. Every Canadian hates these 2 fucking companies because there's 2 ISPs. We're not. Oh, we're being nice in competition. Oh, we're not colluding. They're so blatantly colluding. It's so obvious.
Oh, absolutely.
And they are so expensive. We have the 3rd most expensive internet in the whole fucking world. There are islands in the middle of fucking nowhere that have better internet connection in terms of pricing for Canadians.
But the spread out infrastructure.
They fucking argue spread out infrastructure, and then Russia has better connection in like the middle of the fucking
in like Siberia.
Tundras. Yeah,
the Gulag's gotta get Wi-Fi somehow.
No, like in major cities, it's fast. It's not cheap though, and loads of people went to the US that had like dual citizenship or had the chance. They went to the US, bought a cell phone contract in the US, and flew back to Canada and use it permanently on roaming because it's cheaper. That was happening so much that like AT&T had to ban Canada from roaming because so many people were doing this.
Yeah, they had a data cap. Or
Like,
yeah, it was annoying.
It is so bad here. And I don't even know what actually was saying. Oh, what I was going to say. So there's two, right? And there's subsidiaries of it. Basically, like people will lease out Rogers infrastructure or lease out Bell's infrastructure and have their own company. You know, Fido, Virgin Media, Tech Savvy, etc.
Fido is a dog name.
But that's actually the company I'm with my phone because it's a dog. Anyway. but they all still ship out the same router because the routers are approved by Rogers. So they all send the same router. And almost always, at least what I've experienced, the routers for Bell or Rogers have a default channel. 11.
Yep.
Or 5 or whatever. It's 11 or 5 I've seen.
1511, yep.
And it doesn't automatically change.
No, automatic is basically between those three for some reason.
Yeah.
So I do you can do a Wi-Fi channel scan in my apartment. Holy crap. 1, 5, and 11. Just full. Put it on 7 or something. There's no one using it. Also, just fuck Canadian ISPs and cell phone companies. They're horrible. The fact that I really think the government should own the infrastructure and then the company should lease it out because asking
that's socialism.
asking a new company to build billions of dollars worth of fiber backbone, there's no way in hell that's going to happen on a large scale.
So I don't know about Canada.
It does up here, though.
I don't know about Canada specifically here, Alex, but I'm just going to say this from an American perspective. Alex, actually, it's socialism if the government owns all of the lines and companies can lease them out.
But it works really well for other countries.
Companies should have to build their own lines, and they shouldn't get money from the federal government to do so like we did. So,
Chris, you know that argument is actually, it reminds me a lot of, I know it's a meme kind of argument, but it actually just reminds me a lot of people who get daddy's money in college and they're like, no, I grinded, I worked hard for my living.
I did that hustle. I hustled to the top.
And actually, I didn't even make that connection. That's
Sir, you
funny.
Graduated college with no debt because you inherited a condo
It's not
from
just
your
that.
grandmother and rented it out for 10
Yeah,
years.
it's basically those articles that we keep seeing pop up is I'm 23 and I'm making $250,000 a year, and then there's the asterisk. I received $100,000 worth of something from my parents to buy this apartment.
Oh my god! No,
It's always like that.
if you've ever seen any personal finance subreddits, whether it's budgeting or your location or whatever, there's always the post. Hi, I work in IT and I make $150,000 a year. I've got $500K saved up and I'm starting paying off my mortgage now. Am I doing okay financially? Fuck those people. And
Yes, you are doing okay financially. You're just
and then you dig into it and people are like, wow, how did you get that lucky? And they're like, oh yeah, no. My dad and mom, bought me this house, and then they set me up.
My dad was an oil billionaire.
Then
basically.
they set me up with the job because they know the CEO, and they just kind of good friends, and they just happen to get promotions all the time.
Hello, my name is Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman.
Wait, is that the guy that buys a whole bunch of weeb stuff on Steam?
Yeah.
No, that's a different Saudi prince. That's the guy who's probably the richest man on the planet, realistically.
Nice.
Kind of hard
No,
to
that's
tell once
Putin.
you start getting into Russia or Saudi owned petrol companies.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. What was I going to say about internet stuff? Because I like complaining about the internet. Oh wait, I was going to say things, but my opinions about the FCC actually can't be said in public. So look, all I'm saying is that the FCC's inability to do jack shit about scam calls has directly killed people because of how we did COVID contact tracing, which was over the phone for some godforsaken reason.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Except we just instinctively don't pick up phones for unknown numbers now.
No, it's actually really bad here in Canada as well because the CRA, which is Canada's version of the IRS, contact you officially via phone. And you know the number one scam here? Scam?
Tax
CRA scams.
Hi, I'm from the CRA. You owe money. Please pay it into this account.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Please pay us at iTunes gift cards.
no, I mean, I know this wasn't the actual CRA calling me, but I've had one of those calls before. And oh God, you get so many of them. But I just entertained this guy once because it wasn't my personal cell phone. It was at my uncle's house, his home phone. So I didn't really care about them knowing this was an active line. And I just kind of followed through with it. And I was like, oh no, are the police going to come after me? And they're like, yes. No, you need to pay this now. Otherwise the warrant, they're going to come and arrest you tomorrow. You need to be scared. Oh no.
Oh no. No.
I basically just didn't say anything other than like, oh no, that's bad. And he's like, yeah, it's really bad. I was like, oh, well, that sucks. He's like, yeah, you should pay it off. I'm like, oh,
that's
I don't know though.
I don't know. The goddamn government just.
No, I still the really common scam in the States right now is the extended car warranty scam.
Oh god, I keep getting calls about that.
Wait, why is it not about fuck your stimulus,
I swear I've gotten
stimulus checks
over the past 2 months. I've received about 10 telemarketer calls about an extended. It's a robocall saying we have this notice that your car warranty is about to be expired, and I'm thinking to myself, because the only car I have is my '96 Civic, and I'm really half tempted to just entertain it one of these days. I was like, yeah, I got thank you for calling me. I think there might be some time left on my warranty, and I wanted to talk about it, and then I just want to tell them the car and see if how they respond.
No, but
Yeah,
honestly,
I
you
got
should
like
just
90,000 miles in 6 years.
no, you should just do it like as a ship. Like take a complete piss out of it. Basically, go, yeah, I think the warranty expired a while ago. Find the VIN and everything for like a 1976 Corolla.
Wait, who? No, did anybody
No.
redeem points?
Simmons, you got to call him and then tell him, it's like, yeah, so what do you have on file for my Civic? Is it the Gallo 12 or the Gallo 24
Yes.
engine? Come on, anyone? Really? Come on, guys.
Fast and Furious
Oh, wait, Jack,
2.
what you said in Simmons' live stream reminded me. I had to break up with Nyanas.
Oh,
She
yeah.
has a Samsung phone.
Oh no, she has Android.
Shame.
I didn't realize that was the reason.
Yeah.
Damn. Wow, you have just bad standards.
So, how's your budget looking, Andrew? How's that changed?
I have an extra £5,000 a month.
You really were being a sugar daddy. That's nuts.
Oh wait, I can't say that word on Twitch anymore. What if you were really in love with a streamer so much and paid them so much money that
No, you
like
can still say simp.
No,
Yeah.
you can't.
Yes,
I don't
you
think you
can.
can.
No, you can.
They kind of soft lifted that.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
You can
So
talk
if you,
about
like-
it. You just can't call people that anymore.
Oh,
I can't
okay,
say
yeah.
Simmons,
Okay.
you're a simp.
Simpmans.
I mean, he is.
No, like, well, what if you simp for a streamer so hard and then you stop giving them money and then the streamer like sues you for alimony payments and it actually
This stream is our child, and you must support it.
That's
Chris.
right.
Chris,
Yeah.
have you found Cat's eBay?
I have not found Cat's eBay.
Oh, okay.
So actually, real
God,
quick before
Moshi,
we
I'm going to do the roller coaster thing once I build my computer, which is sitting behind
Chris,
me.
just build your fucking computer. Jesus.
No,
I'm
he's-
depressed, and I have to do other. I actually got the files thing sorted out. Now it's just like cleaning off my desk. I've got a DVD drive sitting here that's plugged into my computer. I've got a silicone foot. I've got a bunch of old computer parts. Got some loose cables.
I'm
Like,
so glad you still have that plastic foot, dude.
I can never get rid of it, and I hate it.
I was gonna say, did you finally get finished sorting through all your files?
Yeah, I got the last of my music stuff today, and then the rest of it's just. I guess that's really it, isn't it? I don't know.
Wait.
I've just got to get like app data zipped up, but that's easy.
Step 1, delete everything. Yeah, no kidding.
God, dude, honestly. Yeah, that's the thing, Jovins. I'm not streaming music over a NAS. It kind of sucks because of latency reasons.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Not really. No,
You
not
just
at all.
open it up in network file sharing. You go to
No,
the
no.
drive, and then you open up the file.
Use
it's-
Plex
Wait,
Amp.
no. Oh no, I was having problems with my my Linux thingy when I was doing that because it wasn't like buffering at all, so it would just freeze up like twice a song.
Okay, so
Everybody
Chris,
sets up
Chris,
things wrong.
You've tried Plex, right?
Yeah,
You have your music library in Plex.
yeah.
Okay, there's an app called Plex Amp that is for your phone or for desktop that is dedicated just to the audio portion, and it works amazing.
Okay,
Give that a try
or I can mount it as a network drive and I can make a playlist in Winamp.
Although, because then you're relying on Windows for buffering the files
But
instead
Axie,
of just network streaming protocol
But Axie.
built specifically for audio files.
but Axie,
for audio
I can
files.
still use Winamp.
Yeah, you could also use FooBar 2000, and there's an extension that you could add to it that uses your RAM as storage, and it puts everything in RAM. So there's no gaps, there's no buffering, there's no anything.
Nice.
FooBar
It
2000 is
will
a
RAM
really-
storage into
my
my
God.
memory.
Oh my god.
There it
You
is.
can also change the buffer size.
Yeah. Yeah, FooBar 2000 is actually really underrated.
You can go up to a buffer of 30 seconds if you want.
Nice.
There was actually one topic that I kind of wanted to talk about because I thought it was really funny.
Okay.
And we briefly talked about it before we went live, but yeah. So NVIDIA inadvertently broke the Ethereum mining restriction by releasing a beta driver that did not have any
Yeah.
Ethereum limitations baked in.
I feel like that this is kind of one of those. What if we broke the Ethereum throttle thingy? Haha. But what if the funny thing with the you know what I'm talking.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Basically,
No,
there's no-
this was a false flag. This was intentional.
Yeah, no, because all we have right now is just like media speculation as to why this actually happened. Because Nvidia hasn't come out and said anything. They just they released it. Once people started talking about it, then they ripped it and they put up the safe version.
That one, Joffins. Thank you.
And right now, the primary speculation that I'm seeing that seems the most legitimate is like for internal testing. They probably don't have any restrictions on just because. Well, why would they? They're Nvidia. Of course, they're not going to have any restrictions. And some poor intern just uploaded the wrong version. That's literally my theory on this.
Oh yeah, no. Also, I mean, basically, they're trying to make an antivirus, and why would they want to maintain that? That sounds awful. So,
Well, they
I don't
got
know, maybe it's just a cop out. I bet it's a cop out. They just don't want to maintain it, so it's like, oh no, now there's no point. Sorry, guys.
I mean, they got to justify those CMP GPUs at some point.
Yeah,
They could have just not made them.
I agree. Like, I think it's the biggest waste of silicon like ever.
Yeah.
I mean, of course it is, but that's like everything about crypto mining. Literally, the only thing that crypto mining is good for at this point is if you are a nation or in a nation under sanctions from the US and you want to bypass the petrodollar. Like, there's no other reason for it. Cops are good at like doing forensics on crypto stuff now.
Yeah.
So like you can't even do crimes with it that well. You've got you can't even use it for, you know, the drugs, the illegal porn, the guns and hitmen kind of thing. So now you're left with I see, it's an investment, but what's the point of having it as an investment? It only has value because people say it has value. Like, it's backed even less than Tesla stock. At least Tesla stock is a real company. So it has no reason to exist.
Hey, you just wait until those Mars colonies Musk is developing have their sole currency as Dogecoin, Chris.
God, shoot me in the face.
Oh, okay.
On Mars, okay.
Yeah, like, you know, just, yeah. Sure. You can't do crimes in space.
I think you can.
Are there space crimes? There are probably space crimes that have to do with like violating somebody's sovereignty on Earth, but beyond
No,
that,
that's happened. There's already been someone, I think they were arrested for breaking laws in space.
nice. That's really cool.
yeah,
It
there's
wasn't war crimes because, there's only the US Space Force and they don't get charged with war crimes.
Simmons, transfer to the Space Force.
I'm not transferring to the Space Force.
Transfer to the Space Force.
Like I know I said this on a previous recording, but I still nearly had a heart attack when I had an email ticket come in and the email address was from Space Force.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh my god, I forgot that this was real.
Oh my god, I forgot this wasn't a joke. Oh, wait, we actually had things in the document. We actually had one thing in the document. Oh, right, you can bypass the mining. So one of the things about the mining driver that NVIDIA accidentally, quote unquote, released, it only applied to the primary card. It wouldn't apply to secondary cards, and you can bypass it by plugging in an HDMI dummy plug. So or a monitor. Either one works.
Yeah.
It's a very unintelligent security.
No,
measure.
don't. Who's anonymous Kraken? Stop. There we go. I need the tweet. There's also this is kind of unrelated. I just saw this on the Twatters. Voice. That's general. Hang on.
That's fine.
Voice lobby. There we go. Now I'm nice. It's just a 6800 XT circuit board from an Alienware. Except it's green because I guess it's cheap. It's just kind of neat. I think it's cute.
Well, when you first brought this up, you were actually really upset about it, or maybe that's just how you're coming across. And I think it's really fun, honestly.
Oh no, I mean I think it's just a reference board. It's just why is it green? I don't know.
It's Dell. I mean, all their PCBs are green.
Oh, absolutely. Actually, are different PCB colors more expensive?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
To what degree?
I think white is the most expensive because they have to silk over the most to get it to not show the copper.
I feel like they actually need to silk over, or with the white PCBs, they need to silk over every layer.
I feel like black PCBs are high volume enough now that they're pretty cheap.
They're still expensive compared to green.
I was going to say red and blue are pretty expensive relatively.
The thing is, though, red and green PCBs are the best because you can see the traces. There's a reason that they are these colors.
Yep.
As far as I remember, MSI cheaps out on a lot of their stuff and uses a lot less silk screening or whatever on their PCB layers. That's why they're more copper looking.
Of course, the best PCB color is the brown that ASRock uses.
Oh, you mean that off gray kind of brownish color?
Yeah, the ugly one.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm kind of disappointed that they stopped using it. Actually, give me a second because I have a shiny new Comet Lake ASRock motherboard. Jesus Christ, this is heavy. No, it's black. Excuse me, I picked it up by the cooler and I wasn't really expecting it to be quite that heavy.
I was going to say the other major brand that's still using that weird brown PCB is Biostar. I think that's the company.
God, yes, Biostar is great. They make a lot of cheap crap, but they also make it's novel cheap crap usually.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. I respect it.
I want a transparent PCB.
That is not a thing. Actually, you could probably embed copper traces into glass.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't I have a copper PCB? I mean, a transparent PCB, Chris.
Because they don't exist yet.
Damn it.
Ooh,
there you go.
Never mind. That's cute. Probably because that's only one layer, and motherboards have. Shut up, Moshi. That's rude.
Stop yelling at our guests, Chris. It's not nice.
Yeah, he's being not nice to me first.
Yeah, that's valid.
Howdy, Wombat. I don't know what's going on anymore.
I was going to say, I still think my favorite manufacturer for motherboards is Onda, because they make the really, really ridiculous. No, they make the really ridiculous mining motherboards that have 9 to 10 16x PCI Express slots, but they're all 1x wired.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Onda is a company that made the Xbox One motherboard. I can't verify it, but I suspect it is. It's kind of hard to tell. Speaking of Ondas, Kat recently bought a new Honda Civic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it a 2002 Honda Civic moment?
No, it's a 2012 Honda Civic that has a fancy badge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's
fancy tech package added on and more expensive body panels.
Yeah, it's
Neat.
the Civic Accuracy or something like that.
It's an Acura.
Oh.
Entire drama.
Simmons, pretty stupid.
He really is. Simmons misses. No, actually, I'm going to be rude to Simmons now. I sent Simmons a DM earlier when he said, oh, hey, Andrew, didn't you have something to ask Alex about with his index or something along those lines? It's like
No.
You just you
No.
almost ruined it.
No, because we were going to talk about the DAC first, about the DAC that died, then he started using the hairdryer on it. That was literally what I was trying to reference.
Well, I don't remember enough of that conversation to say
Clearly.
otherwise. So okay, but that's also wrong.
Okay, fair, whatever. I don't care.
Okay, Kat, I am not jealous of your car. I have a Lexus, and even though it's broken, it's still better than your Civic.
At least my CRV has real all-wheel drive.
So I suppose the last thing that we should probably talk about before we wrap up is so on extremehardware.net this week on March 24th through March 26th, we will be hosting another folding competition. There are some cash prizes that if you participate that you can potentially win. You have to fold a minimum number of work units, and it's not based on the total points. So it's a little bit easier for, just getting stuff done. Sign up. It's literally free, maybe at the expense of your power bill a little bit.
Oh,
Hey,
well, not for
Joffin,
me. That I could still.
Stop having bad opinions and liking crossovers.
What?
Okay, no, he's talking to chat.
Yeah, I'm talking to chat. I engage with chat. That's good for viewership, probably, especially the way I engage with them.
Yeah.
Yes, no one cheer bits to Simmons. Or
Nobody gives
based on his
Simmons your money, or I'll get
podcast.
irrationally upset.
Wait, how do
It's
I
up to
redeem?
Simmons. I've already done it, so I can't do it again.
How do I redeem my bits so I can make Simmons do the thing?
Don't send bits. Yeah, actually, you know what? You got this. Send the message.
Simmons, you need a spicy water snack.
Oh, all right.
How'd you- wait,
All right.
how'd you do
Well,
that?
okay. Before this goes any further, because I feel like we're just going to keep bullshitting and going further. So let's just go ahead and wrap up this recording.
Yeah, the
And,
recording part, but we could still talk.
Oh, absolutely.
No, kill the stream as well. We're just
No. Thank you everybody for listening to this episode of the Extreme Hardware Podcast. Sign up for the folding competition, and Chris, take it away. You're not
I'm
gonna
getting
do
a
the
little water snack. I'm leaving.
Bye-bye.
Oh boy.